So How to Train Your Dragon 2 had a prom. That prom being the villain. All he did was scream the whole time. Luckily, DreamWorks fixed that problem in their first ever movie under Universal NBC or wherever it is, Comcast. So much stuff. The fact that DreamWorks has Comcast underneath it is really weird to see. They fixed the problem of the villain in the third movie. First movie didn't have a villain, really. The big dragon, which is an obstacle more than anything. The second movie had a shitty villain. The third movie has a good villain. But unfortunately, we have to deal with the annoying side characters to forget to the villain. So for some reason, we were reintroduced to the annoying side characters. They weren't that great in the first movie, but they were tolerable since there was very little of them. Second movie, they were really terrible. And here we get more of them. More of them being annoying and ruining a mission and ruining scenes. And they will literally be detrimental to characters later on because how stupid they are. They are quite literally the worst aspect of these movies, and they double down on them again. Why do they do this? I hate them. I hate the dumb twins. I hate the fat guy. I hate the Jonah Hill guy. So doing some online searches to see if anyone actually likes these characters, apparently there are people. Not in the movies, but in the TV show. Apparently they actually develop these characters a little more to make them more interesting. They don't do that in the movies. They stay as annoying as they are, and they have annoying subplots that last one movie. Like this movie, the Jonah Hill guy wants to date his mom. How funny. It goes nowhere, and it's unfunny. So yeah, these characters suck, but apparently they're well developed in the show. I haven't seen the show, so I don't know. So what are they doing? Well, they're freeing dragons! This is Berk Dragons! Welcome to Berk! And yeah, they basically, that's all they do now, is save dragons and bring them home to their island, which is really big and getting overcrowded if you couldn't tell about the dragons flying around. Also, Hiccup's mom is back, and what's she do in this movie? She gives generic advice. They literally had no idea how to write for that character, and she'll be like, you should do this. Oh, thanks, Mom. And that's about it. And one of the dumb side characters wants to date her. Yes. That's what they do. What was the point of introducing his mom in the second one if she does nothing here? Also, this annoying side character, who I don't know, Rough Nut or something like that, he just talks about his beard, which isn't even really a beard. That's not funny. And he has an annoying voice. He's voiced with the same guy who does the Emoji and the Emoji Movie. Everyone's favorite movie. So enough of that stuff. Let's get into why this movie is pretty good. It actually has a good villain. Not a villain that's just an obstacle. Not a villain who just screams the whole time and has a plan that makes no sense. An actually well-developed villain that contracts the hero's motivations. What? I didn't know that. So these warlords here, like, are getting tired of the people from Berk, and they want to kill them, so they're going to hire this guy. This is Grimmel the Grizzly, and he's the main villain in the movie. And what's he known for? Well, he kills dragons. In the first movie, Hiccup here wants to kill the dragon and prove that he's strong. But he can't, because, why would you want to kill Night Fury? Well, Grimmel has a very similar story. He had the same situation, but instead of hesitating, he quite literally kills the Night Fury and becomes the champion of his town. And he vows to kill literally every Night Fury he comes across to save humanity. He believes dragons to be monsters that need to be killed. Humans and dragons can't live together. Luckily for him, he has a way of capturing the new Night Fury that he learns about. Of course, that's the reason why he teams up with these warlords, because he wants to kill that dragon. And he's going to do it with this thing. This is a Light Fury. It's a female Night Fury, if you couldn't tell. Probably one of the last of its kind. So in case you're wondering, the reason why this is the first other one of the species we ever see in this franchise is because basically Grimmel's had killed them all, which actually is kind of sad when you think about it. Like, these two are probably the last of their kind. And he's using one of them to basically hunt the other one, if that makes any sense. So he lets the Light Fury out to mate with Toothless here, because if you don't know, in Night Fury lore, they mate for life, so once they meet each other, that's all it takes, really. So the main reason why is to just separate that Toothless, who is, remember, the head dragon of the herd. Remember that in the second movie? Remember that whole thing? But, she doesn't like strangers, and shoots giant pulses of fire at them. So she runs away, and Toothless becomes a simp for this dragon. He even falls in love with his own shadow, thinking that's Light Fury. Meanwhile, while exploring, they find a trap set in their own woods, meaning that somebody is nearby. So they's like, let's set up a trap. So our main villain here breaks in entries and says, I got a trap set for you. And Hiccup's like, well, I've got a trap set for you, mother effer. And all his friends come out and they say, yeah, roar. Yeah, we got his back. But then he's like, well, I've got another trap for you, motherfucker. And he then proceeds to destroy the Berk entirely, which is amazing. And they're like, we have to leave. We can't stay here anymore. We need to find this thing called the Hidden World. If you don't know what the Hidden World, well, it's in the title, because they thought, better than naming it 3, we'll call it Hidden World. But everyone else just calls it How to Train Your Dragon 3 because it rolls off the tongue better than How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. Because How to Train Your Dragon's already a long title. Why did it add another thing to it? Just say 3. Alright? No one calls it that. So yeah, what's the Hidden World? Well, it's this mythical place at the end of the world where apparently where all dragons come from. This little hive, apparently. I'm not sure why they all come from this one area, but it's just established in this movie. But whatever. It's where it is. It's hidden. So we gotta find the Dragon World where we can build our society. Goodbye, Berk. We're gonna find New Berk. Yeah, quite literally, they all leave on a jet plane. Or, I don't know why the chiefs dress up as dragons, but they are. Don't know why. And this was part of the villain's plan. You see, he knows the direction they're going to because of certain elements that he's aware of, meaning that he can track them down and they have the element of surprise and they kill all their dragons, especially that Night View. The dragon keepers here, I guess the Berkians, if you will, found this nice new land in the middle of nowhere. And they're like, we should build a society here. Here's a great thing to build a base here. Oh wait, there's the guy from How to Train Your Dragon 2. He contributes nothing to the plot, but he's here for some reason. Meanwhile, Toothless here is trying to court the Light Fury, and Hiccup's getting him great dating advice. And of course, this gives us classic me. He finally wins her over, though, by drawing her a nice pic. I don't know about you, but that's some great art skills there. 10 out of 10 draw. But unfortunately, she flies away because she doesn't like humans. And Toothless can't fly after her because his tail wing, remember that? The tail wing? So Hiccup's like, I'm gonna make you a new tail wing so you can fly by yourself now, because I'm not a dumb kid anymore, even though I guess I kinda am young. I have no idea what my age is. So he's able to fly, and he literally flies away, and we don't see him for a while. So there's your mascot flying away into the distance. Bye. See you later. So the rest of them are like, let's go infiltrate one of their bases and see if we can stop them, because they're getting too close to us. Let's kill them, or maybe not kill them. Let's reason with them. Like, I try with Drago. Just kidding, he doesn't try to do that. He just tries to. That's when we discover the villain has a couple tricks up his sleeve. Like, he has some drugs that he drugs these dragons with so they can do his bidding, basically. Only a couple that have these certain drugs, and he uses them to basically make them fall under his whim, and they can't even follow the Alpha Dragon. Meaning that they can literally spew acid and kill everyone. So the group flies away, and, yeah, one of the dumb, annoying friends is left there. And yes, one of his plot points is the twin guy is so stupid that he doesn't even realize that his own sister, who rides the same dragon as him, it was not there. How could a character be that dumb? By the way, their stupidity is part of the plot now, because this is actually because we have to hear more of the dumb, annoying sister spew crap at the villains here, and they're really tired of them. They're like, let's kill her. But he's like, actually, I'm going to let her go, because And before we get to see the trick there, we got to see the Hidden World, which has a bunch of baby dragons. Isn't that swell? Look how lovely it is. It's beautiful. Also, I guess Toothless immediately becomes the king of this realm, because all the dragons are clapping their wings for him, or something like that. But they don't like humans, so they get mad when they see the two humans there. Wait, is that one Alpha from that one movie? Also, is that another Light Fury? I thought there was never mind, I guess there was one Night Fury or whatever, but that's not the same Light Fury that the one he's going after. Also, yes, that looks like the dragon from the How to Train Dragon 2, the one that I guess ran away like a bitch at the end of the movie, so that's where it went, apparently. Now you know. So Toothless is sad because he had to save his buddy. He's like, maybe you should go back to the Hidden World. But the Light Fury followed them, isn't that? But uh-oh, the idiot girl came back, and she is so stupid.
Wait, Grimmel let you go.
So dumb. They couldn't handle me. See, everyone thinks
Focus. Were you followed?
I never look back, Hiccup.
Okay, this girl with a giant pointy chin, by the way, disgusting, I know, decides that I'm just gonna not look back. This character learns nothing about these films. She acts stupid in all of them, and basically ruins everything here, because she is so stupid. I hate this character so much. So yeah, if you couldn't guess, Grimmel here immediately captures both the Light Fury and Night Fury, and he's like, fuck you, bitch, I'm gonna kill these dragons. Also, I'm gonna command your dragon here to make all the other dragons come with me, because he's the Alpha Dragon, and he can do that kind of bullshit. Because if he doesn't, I'll kill his girlfriend. So yeah, he's got all the dragons. So Hiccup cries like a little bitch, and his girlfriend's like, stop being a bitch. He's like, ow. So they use the wingsuits, you remember those wingsuits from the second movie, to fly in and take back the dragons. Unfortunately, this includes the annoying sidekick characters, who I can't stand, and they have annoying one-liners during the battle, which kind of ruins it. Basically, there's one part where it's about Hiccup fighting Grimmel here, trying to get his dragon back. And the other guys are like, catchphrase, here's my dumb catchphrase, here's my random character arc that no one gives a shit about. Like, I got a baby dragon, or I'm a dumb twin, or I don't like these little baby dragons, or whatever. It's a shame, too, because it's supposed to be a dramatic climax. This is a film that you're supposed to cry at the end, but then you have those generic bad animated movie cliches where the characters give one-liners, the comedic characters give one-liners when they attack or something like that. This wasn't in the first or second movie, so I have no idea what's in this one, but in case you're wondering what I'm referring to scenes like this.
You brought a baby to a battle. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
It's just unfunny comedic moments where, like, oh, you're stupid. No, don't do that! It's stuff like that. You see it in, like, movies like Robots or Ice Age. You don't usually see it in How to Train Your Dragon. You don't see it a lot during DreamWorks movies either. Usually their fight scenes are pretty good. Here, there's just cheesiness after cheese. Anyway, skipping past that, we actually get an actual battle where Grimmel here is forcing a Light Fury to follow him and tries to kill the Night Fury while Hiccup's trying to get the Light Fury free. And yeah, it's kind of hard to do it, so both of them are kind of fucked. Anyway, so Hiccup's like, I'm gonna go on this Light Fury, but unfortunately Toothless gets hit by a dart, and they have a little fight on top of it. And they fall, both of them fall to their deaths.
Save him.
Well, he actually doesn't die, because the Light Fury saves him, and I guess Grimmel dies there. Poor sap, all you want to do is kill dragons. Is something wrong with killing dragons? So the Deus Eid, those trappers are gone, and the guy is dead, and I guess the mom is like, I'll have sex with you. Oh, wow, that's awesome! I get to get... But it's actually a sad ending, because Hiccup's like, we can't live with dragons anymore. They can't be with us, because people still try to attack them. They belong in the hidden world away. So all the dragons fly away, and leaving the end of the movie. And yeah, that's the end. The dragons don't come back. They make shrines to them, and I guess they made a statue to Stoic. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Dad appears in some, like, 2 flashbacks, in case you're wondering. They're nice, but didn't feel like I need to mention it. And they get married, in case you're wondering what's going on here. Will you marry me? Then we get a giant cut years later, where Hiccup's out to sea with his family. He has 2 kids, and he's got a beard finally. You know, Vikings need beards, and it took him to the end of the 3rd movie to get one. It ends with him reuniting with Toothless here as babies, of course. He had some sex, that's good to know. Even dragons in the movie have sex. Confirmed. Characters in DreamWorks movies got laid, basically. And that's how it ends. Toothless says, well, dragons can't be with us, and some people don't believe they're real, but we Burkians know they are. And one day, when we finally can get together, they'll maybe come back. And that's how Your Dragon franchise ends, because unlike Kung Fu Panda, there is really no way to make a sequel to this, unless they decide, well, dragons did come back, or something like that. I guess it's a possibility, but hey, I think they're going to remake this, or something like that, live action. Probably not interested in live action remake, but... And that basically is the end of How to Train Your Dragon. And this was How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World. How to Train Your Dragon 3 is a good finale to a pretty great franchise. Franchise has some flaws, I'll admit. The first movie I thought was the best one, just pacing-wise and structurally-wise. The second characters were there, but they served a purpose and didn't overstay their welcome. Second one has problems, obviously, and I talked about them in my review. Mostly the villain sucks, and some structural problems. Third movie is pretty good. It has a good structure. It actually has a compelling villain who makes this a 9 out of 10. Grimmel is a great villain, and the fact he contrasts to Hiccup makes him great. It's what you want from a villain. It's to show a contrast between 2 characters and their ideas. That makes sense. I'm like, dragons killed my family, so I want to make a dragon empire or something like that? What the fuck was Drago's plan anyway? I don't get it still. I watched his plan scene scribing so many times, I still don't understand the correlation between what he says. But whatever. This guy is great. He is a cunning villain, and he loses in the end, but it makes sense how he loses. Not just him being an idiot. It's just unlucky draw. The big problem with this movie is the side characters. The mom and, I guess, Eret is his name from How to Train Your Dragon 2, get barely any screen time, even though they're more compelling characters. But the annoying side characters, they don't have anything to do. With the first movie, they have a little purpose. They're there to be training and they're not that great at it, but they have a little. They're not overstaying their welcome. They're not over the top. Second movie, they become bad. Third movie, they feel so out of place, and you hate to see them, but they're integral to the story. Like I said, the one idiot girl decides to come back, and it's not interesting to see a character like that. They don't learn. They seem to get worse and worse in the film. One of the characters' motivation is he wants to bang Hiccup's mom. What kind of character is that? It's not really interesting or compelling. Just stupid. They're uninteresting and they're so underdeveloped. It's like, why even focus on it? The one T.J. Miller guy is annoying. His sister's annoying. The performance from the Jonah Hill guy just reminds me of Titan from Megamind, so it makes you think he's gonna be a villain because of how much he makes his character sound like a villain, but he's not a villain. So I don't get it. They suck. They take up too much screen time, and they take away from other characters. Other than that, How to Train Your Dragon in the World has great animation, great story, mostly great characters, and dragons. What else could you want? How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World, is at the bottom of the A tier. Mostly because those side characters are so annoying that they bring it. It's a 9 out of 10 movie, close to 10, but at the same time it's close to an 8 because they bring it down so much. I cannot tell you how much I hate those characters. Lugnut, Tugnut, whatever the hell their names are. They're so annoying and they take up so much screen time. They're not funny. It's not funny. That's the biggest problem. They're not funny. Their characters are supposed to be funny, but they're not. Okay, enough with those guys. It's a great movie. Like I said, A tier movie. Great. But it has a lot of flaws. But yeah, unfortunately, this is the last time we'll see How to Train Your Dragon franchise. It's great. Maybe we'll get another one. Who knows? I know they're going to remake it, which I'm not looking forward to because I hate remakes, and I especially hate live-action remakes to animated movies. Though it is based on a book, so maybe they're adapting the book more. I don't really know. We got another S-tier villain. I have to rearrange this tier list a little bit to make it fit. So yeah, everything is, because some of the villains in the lower tiers I kind of tossed around a bit, not really caring. But no, I actually this is concrete now. The bottom tiers, the S tier is always the most. It's always been concrete. And yeah, I can't believe I put Dave the Octopus in S tier. But you know what? I'm sticking by that. That guy's hilarious as fuck. But yeah, Grimmel is in S tier, right below Tai Lung and above Rumpelstiltskin. He is. I mean, I've said all reasons why I like the character. He contrasts very well to the main hero. And his plan kind of works in the end. He does prove that dragons and humans can't be together because humans are too aggressive. Even though he has a different view of it because he views that dragons are the aggressors, while Heika views that humans are the aggressors. So interesting dynamic there. Yeah, he most of the time he's not using his giant brute strength for just shrieking at the top of his lungs like another villain I know. Using his cunning and smarts to outwit the characters, which is always what you like to see from a villain. He's not the most powerful character in the world, but because he's so smart, it makes it seem like he could be. He follows the characters everywhere, even though most of the time he's pretty easy to outsmart with a dumb twin, but whatever. Great villain, and I can't wait to do more of those. Yeah, I can't even speak. Anyway, that's the end of How to Train Your Dragon. I'll do a little tier community ranking soon, I think, maybe, we'll see, of the How to Train Your Dragon films, see which one you guys like the most, and also have one every time one of these reviews come out, probably already noticed, to rate them. So if you want to rate them in my community polls, go ahead, go check those out. Anyway, the next film is going to be Abominable. What the hell is Abominable? Okay, see you then.